There we go. Now I am recording. So this is the big tariff liberation day gap down we had on Apple, right? You see they rejected here off the 38, right? Then it rejected here off the 50, and then it's rejected here as we broke over this pivot, right? So initial push up, breaks over this pivot, met with a lot of selling pressure, closing back down into the base. So, but bouncing off of the top of this gap up, right? So this little gap up in the open of the 7-2, the July, the July 2nd opening candle held a little bit. So see what's going to happen if these 208s are going to hold, and then we're going to get another pop up. But I got to do the after post, but I did a before post on thinking Apple was going to make a big move, and it did. All right, so that's that on Apple. We'll just be watching that. This don't look right. I don't think. Hold up. No, it is right. Okay. Okay, very good. So that's the area where we rejected. I'm going to change that over. More like that. All right, so Apple's essentially flat from yesterday's open. It is underneath the 10-minute 200, and it's just kind of choppy here in pre-market. Let's move on to AMD. AMD did gap down yesterday following the early close here at 1250. I don't have this marked right. Where was it? Here. And pretty much is the same level. So AMD gap down. Perfect rejection off of this gap down. Now we're going to mark yesterday's close here. So as you can see, we gap down. We're now gapping up. So AMD is starting to show some strength, bouncing off the 133, 134 area. Show that area on the daily in a second. This is the July 3rd early close to 7.7 gap down. Colored correctly. How I do my TA. I got the different days of the week's gaps are colored differently so that I can very easily spot them. Weekend gaps, especially the green ones, can be important. Price action over. Okay, so we'll be looking for AMD to essentially break and base over this 138 level here, right? A previous day high first. So I would not be surprised to see price action on AMD that looks something like this, right? If we're going to maintain a bullish perspective, we could see like something like this, which would be A, right? Or we would see if we're holding, oops. Or if we're going to end up holding here, could see something like this. You know, or actually, probably more this here, come back. So we will see what happens, right? So since I'm recording, we know where those two possibilities. Either way, we'll just play the price action as it comes. But we are gapping up, so this is 7 to 7.8. Gap up. Right. That's a pink one. So, and then if I'm going to go to the daily, sorry, daily, a lot of AMD actually still looking pretty bullish, holding this gap up here yesterday into June 24th. This is a nice flag on the daily as well. Gotta watch this, right? Especially because we're gapping up through it now. So actually, and you can see we had this pivot here. This has been a key pivot area, right? Bounce, makes a new high, bounce, fails to make a new high, flushes, breaks some base under, right? Not once, but twice, pushes, tries to reject again, comes back down, gaps over, pushes up, retest, and now we are gapping up on that, right? Doctor, grabbing some water. All right. Here we go. So we'll see. We're gonna go back. How this is gonna play out. Room to 142 to fill the gap above. If the market is gonna stay bullish, and futures are sitting on VWAP, so we've been chop sitting. So Amazon, I do like very much to continue its bullish run. If you follow me on X, you know I've already been in and scaled out of my Amazon calls, so I'm just down to one runner contract, which is about 200, up about 200%. I'm just gonna let that thing cook. If it's gonna cook or not, doesn't matter. At this point, even if it went to zero, which I'm not gonna let it go to zero, very green trade. So, small gap up. I won't need to draw that right now. If we go to the daily chart, right, we are just getting sandwiched in between two gap areas, right? So we have this gap down here from February 19th into February 20th. So that was I believe, a Wednesday into a Thursday, right? And then we were just sitting here kind of flagging out, ready to try to like push. And we did break over and we did wick over the highs and then close back down under, but they're holding it up here over the 220s. We did have a nice breakout retest here. Then last Wednesday into Thursday, before the early close, we did gap up as well, and that was a strong push into the holiday. Yep, sideways flag, catches up to the 20 EMA, squats underneath, pushes. So now we really kind of have this going on, right? These lines like so thick. Yo. There we go. That's a little better. Yep. So, and I do want to be alerted. I'm going to go back to this gray set. I do want to be alerted if we break 225.2 is really like up here. I just want to see what the price action is going to be like, and that's this. That's this high right here. So as long as we're going to break that high, I'd like to be alerted, but nice trend, you know, pushes up, consolidates, pushes up, consolidate. If Bezos would stop selling his shares, we would be fine on this one. So we'll move to the next one. AVGO, strong name, right? We got to watch the semiconductors always. Basically flat open for yesterday, pushes up really into those all-time highs, and then comes back down and is now gapping up, right? So again, semiconductors are going to look strong. The NASDAQ is going to be strong, so we need to watch out for that. This is 7/7 to 7/8. Yeah. Oh, shit. All right. So that's that. We'll go to the daily on AVGO, right? And you can just see here, like, look, it is at the all-time highs. Go to clear drawing cipher. It's very easy to see. Same sort of thing, right? Get this flag here. Oh, push in. Could consolidate for another day or two. It did try to push up and then did reject a little bit, but looking all right. If we go back down to the 30-minute chart. Okay. Made this move down. Right? Broke these pivots. Double bottom. Pushes up. And action. Yep. Here we go. Yeah, we gotta watch the ABGO. Hold on one second. I was just replying back. I have two TPT eval accounts that are passed that they did not convert, and looks like Kate says she has to escalate it to a manager. Okay, Kate, thank you. Okay. I bet you it's something stupid because I somehow managed to hit a precisely 53,000, like precisely. So on both of them because they were copy traded together. So that's pretty damn funny that the copy trader. So watch the AVGO all-time high breakout. All right, Google with the gap down here. Right here's 1250 close. Look at that nice golden zone rejection. Again, I gotta edit this back to green. This was the 7-3, 1 p.m. close, 7-7 gap down. Okay. All right, we're gonna do this. One last step. Down unfilled. Gap down here. Now we're gapping up just a little bit into that 10-minute EMA. Here we go. Go to the daily chart. So Google's sitting at some serious resistance, right? All right, when Google breaks out, we'll be ready for it. When Google breaks out. All right. That's that. Let's move over to the next one. Some of these names, some of these names I wouldn't even think about trading, to be honest, just because they're just inside of the prior day, which typically mean chop. This is Netflix. It's near the all-time highs, right? It just it had some pretty good selling. 3 days of tight body consolidation. I would really watch this one. I don't typically play Netflix. I don't like how the contracts move. They're not very liquid and they're very pricey, and it's very easy to like find yourself down a couple $100 on like a nothing move. So, but due to its weight in the indexes, I chart it every day. So, Microsoft. So, all-time highs are up there at 500.76. The highest price that we have ever seen on Microsoft in the after hours or overnight sessions is right here at $499.94. And it did gap yesterday. And look at when it filled the gap, look at the price rejection. I just want to do this too, right? So here's the here's the gap fill, right? Here's the open. So you would see something like this. We should have, if I remember correctly, we will have a measured move. Yes. So we'll try this too. Boom. So we got the 2x measured move on the gap yesterday for Microsoft, right? So what happens is, here we are at 1250. That's where we closed, right? We closed at 1250. We opened here, right? We rejected the golden zone of this gap and ultimately fell down to the measured move of the gap. There, when we reclaim the gap, price is pushing back up. We target the gap fill, right? We get the gap fill. What happens? We get rejection, right? We can go put this on the 10-minute chart. So we get this rejection. And you see it's just kind of choppy, push, 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 push. We get it, all right? Big scale trigger. Big scale trigger here. And it falls, right? And remember, you would be marking the 1250 candle on Thinkorswim on the 10-minute chart, 1230 on the 30-minute chart, because that candle ends at 1 p.m., right? Which is when the market closed on the 3rd, right? So this is the like true RTH hours, all right? We get that measured move, right? So we get that measured move to the 1, right? Comes back down to the 1. What happens? It pops back up here. It's not reclaiming, it's not basing with any sense of strength. It starts to fall. You get the 1, and then you get the 2. And when you get the 2, what happens? You came all the way back up, very close, or actually higher than the open, right? So we should have a green doji candle on the daily. In my case, it's white. Ultimately, though, it is an inside day. And so I would be looking for Microsoft to break out over the highs or over the lows, right? So just to make things simpler, what we will do is we will put, I'm going to put an alert, create an alert, at or above, Microsoft breaking inside day. Oh, shit. Trying to copy that. Microsoft MSFT breaking inside day. Let's see. Okay, so at or above, that's fine. What we'll do is create the you're gonna let me replace alert. There we go. All right, so I want to put this on with a ring. I don't need to create a repeating alert. And really, we want it over yesterday's high, which would be right there. And then we're going to do the same thing, creating an alert at or below with a ring at or below. And we'll put that right here at the yesterday's low of day. So boom, we've got Microsoft marked out. We'll see how that one responds. Again, big weighting in the indexes. This one broke the low on Meta here. Didn't fill the gap though. I thought this was going to fill the gap, and I was like very eager to try to buy more. Hey, you leaving? Have fun. All right. Sorry about that. My daughter is leaving to go to her phlebotomy class. Today should be her last day, and she'll be a phlebotomist. That's her job while she works towards being a physician's assistant. So this one would be 713.51. So I was really hoping that we were going to get this gap fill here. I'm going to like brighten this up. I was like eager, like, oh, if we do it, but we did perfect double bottom, right? And I was just eagerly waiting for it. Interestingly enough, I want to see this on the daily because sometimes the daily like jacks up the candles a little bit. Yeah. So like on the daily, we did get the daily gap fill. It's like kind of hard to see, but the first candle after. So I'm going to just like put this level here. 713.57. So you see we just barely got the gap fill. And I'm always like looking at this TA and edge and trying to figure out like, do I have it right or do I need to make any minor adjustments to it? And the reason being is because you see this is the difference. We closed actually, oh, actually I got this wrong. We closed actually here for the day, 713.17. And then the next candle, like the open at 4 o'clock, was that much higher, and so that's what it puts on the daily candle. So if you look at it from that perspective, the actual daily gap was just barely filled. So we may not get any interaction here if it happens, but I'm gonna just put this daily gap filled. We're doing good on time. Another half an hour. Turn right extension off. We're going to put this all the way out to the 7th. I'm going to make this line yellow as well. There we go. Okay. So now, otherwise, what is Meta doing? Meta did gap down. Just slightly. Yeah, just slightly. And then it moved up. I don't need this price level here anymore. Yesterday's close is right here. Yesterday's closing price was 718.64. We have a slight gap up here happening. Possibility of the MTF cloud bounce as it's pinching and potentially gonna flip. Right? Flips from bullish to bearish. See if we get that other flip. What I do like here on the daily chart on Meta is that is how, you know what I need to do too? Hold up. 1 second. Settings, show alerts, show arrows only, apply. Wow. Save style. Boom, there we go. So now when I hit the one, now when I go from the gray to 1 day, see on the gray, I got my alerts like that. You see the clear lines. On the 1 day, I just got little arrows here, so that's it, perfect. Meta did just barely break the lows, but came back up and closed in here. So I really want to be, obviously alerted when we break the highs. I've already got that alert set. I do like how Meta is, Meta broke its all-time highs, and then it's come back, consolidated in the EMAs here, and it's a push up, right? So kind of, if we look at it this way, we had this pivot high we kind of put in. We broke out of it, retested under it. Really more like here is better, right? Break, retest is not perfectly clean, but it's there. So going back to default, we do have, if the market wanted to be bearish, 698 is probably best targets. 704, 700, 6. That's the all-time highs. Where is this? There we go. The all-time high price in after hours, 748.88. So that's the highest prices it's ever traded at. Why I mark both of those, right? Because you have the RTH high and then you have the highest prices ever. Some people may be stuck up there. All right. Another one. NVIDIA. Okay. So putting in new all-time highs here. I'll leave this as the old level for now. Putting in new all-time highs here in the pre-market. So it's after hours pre-market. All-time highs are fairly higher here. If we look at like yesterday, what did we get? What did we get? So we initially had this gap down. Oops. One. Okay. So we did not get the full measured move of the gap down here. We did fill an old gap though. So we had this gap down, it rejected off of here, it pushed off into here. Then we had some nice overlapping price action here. So yesterday's low, 157.34, leaving a very small gap. This gap is filled. Beautiful. Okay. This was the 637. Supposed to. I realize that I probably do a bunch of TA that you guys all think is useless, but whatever, that works for me. Bro, I know. I know. The freaking birthday thing. Yeah, he took the day off, dude. Right. So we're getting a pretty big gap up here. On. So you really need to watch NVIDIA too. Like this is a big deal. Because NVIDIA is approaching that $4 trillion market cap. So basically, like once it gets to like, I don't know, I think it's like 161.1 or something like that, it's gonna crest the $4 trillion market cap. Be the first time any stock has done that. It's gonna be pretty wild. All right. Yeah. This. So we'll need to watch that. Get this marked up. Okay, we're good. And then last but not least is Tesla, which is poo-poo for sure. Okay. This is filled, it looks like. Huge gap down. Huge. I don't even, I mean, I want to just kind of put gap down because Elon starts a new political party. I mean, like, it's pretty much all there is to it, folks. I'm not even trying to get political with you all. I'm just saying. What's up, Drew? Okay. Nice bounce off VWAP there. Really good. Market looking good. Wait, so we get to ES and NQ here in just a moment. See what we're working on for. Nothing yet. Give me a sec. uh, Class action lawsuit filed against UNH. MU, rise in demand for their chips for AI. Oh, RH, okay. So with Tesla, small gap up here, very, very, very tight consolidation right into the EMAs. I don't want to play this long. Yeah. Yep. I thought we were doing all right here with this abandoned baby thing, and then we just pushed right up into the EMAs and just fell. Well, we'll see what happens. It might be at the 200s before long. I think I kept saying too, I didn't think it was gonna see like, you know, under this area, under like 275, under 250 for a while. Might happen. But whatever happens, happens. So, um, save this grid. We are recording, so we're good there. All right, let's go. Let's get into NQ. So NQ, NQ, NQ. All right. Build this gap. I was looking for the measured move of this gap, but we didn't quite get it. That's fine. We got it on ES and not on NQ, so go figure. Okay. I actually need to go to the daily chart for a second. So last week, actually, I want to be on the gap chart. I gotta mark that big gap down. I'm gonna mark from RTH to RTH because that's how I do it. That's how I do it. Oops. Build this area. Very good. Very good. Last week's high, extended hours. Probably really like up here. And last week's high RTH is the all-time high. Fine. Last week's low. Last week's low extended hours is here. Nice like wick below. Right below the RTH low. Wicked up, pushed up. Lows basically at the highs there. This was really nice. Nice like W. Okay. So small problem with today is obviously that we are inside of yesterday's range. However, we have repeatedly bounced off of this MTF as well as VWAP. So that's just, this is an hourly for anybody like watching. This is hourly. It is the 3450 on the hourly. Right, but it's a little bit more like the Trading View 3450, which Ripster always references. It's a little bit under, pretty close. And then as far as like the rest of the clouds go, 5, 12, 20, 34, 50. 5 EMA, 12 EMA, 20, 34, and 50. Okay? 1 second. Sorry, that was my accountant texting me. I kind of can't ignore that one. We are gapping up, so we'll be mindful of that gap. Then, I think I can just it's a gap up. All right. Otherwise, I'll keep a close eye on it. Right, we're near these pivots here. CBC is long, reclaiming the 20 EMA. Really hard to use EMAs in such tight consolidation because they just getting jumped over. So really just try to have to play. This is a range, right? So you have very clear highs, very clear lows. Need to watch this, really this London session high, the pre-market high, which is very close to yesterday's high. So breaking base over previous day high and pre-market high would probably be a killer setup. And then, would watch for obviously different levels. We have this level as well that I would mark, because this is Sunday night's opening range, right? So opening range high, Sunday night. And if we look, this is the same area into the third, the close on the third. So when the algo popped, right, at the end of the day for the early day, it was right here at 28. Okay. So just like watch that general area. As far as like upsides go, and then for downsides, obviously we'll be looking at the close. Why don't we just go ahead and put the first measured move on? Oops, that's not right. That's the gap up. Sorry, we would want the other way. But we can do both, actually. We'll have the measured move of the gap, whatever it is, on either side. All right. Which is essentially pre-market lows, right? And then yesterday's low. Hold up. Get DMs. Copy. Okay. It's like back trying to take this chart and, where are we trying to go? Right, if we look at the daily, oh, what the hell is that about? If we look at the daily, it's pretty nice, right? It just really doesn't look bad to continue up. Right, little consolidation, pop, retesting, maybe a pop. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. If you notice though, right, like the price action from the 4th on that like wonky partial day is all rolled into the 7th on the daily, right? Because like, let's go back and look at like default. Kind of hard to see it, but if I'm gonna zoom like way in for everybody to make it easier, like look where I marked the close, same thing, right? And then it's all rolled into yesterday, whereas like here's the Sunday high pop, and then this I think was the low of day on the 4th. Go back to the 10-minute chart. Actually, that's the low of day yesterday. So like it's all just in there. It's just this weird consolidation crap. All right. Let me see. Actually, it doesn't even look like it rolls it all in. That's weird. I don't know where it rolls it all in, because like this is the Sunday high. That doesn't look right. Like what day did they put this price action on? Because this is the new candles day. I don't know. But whatever it is, it's not present. It's not present or visible on the daily chart, so we're just going to ignore it. Right? The RTH is what matters most to me anyways, because that's where most of the volume is. We're pulling back here off of the top of the range. Pulling back quite slowly. Let's go to VIX. Baby VIX. All right. So high of day yesterday on VIX 18.5. Key pivot to watch. Always a key pivot to watch, that 18.5. All right. So we got some gap action up here. Watch key level 18.25 as well. Look at that. 18.25. Pullback. Surge to 18.5. Rejection. Now we have, what have we done? We are gapping down. So everything today is going to be probably about, I would think, I'm going to think that everything today is VIX versus 17. All right. I'm going to delete this pivot line. I don't need another line there. I got plenty of damn lines on this chart. And I need to mark yesterday's gap up as well. So again, just like I did on everything else, I am going to skip. This is 1300, so we're going to go right from here from 1250. We're going to go right to yesterday's open. As you can see, we have a very sizable gap here that we will be trading in. For a little while. So we're inside of this gap range. Most importantly, right, if we look at it from the gap up perspective, we have retraced into the golden zone of this gap up. And look where we are now consolidating and starting to potentially turn, right? We have this inverted head and shoulders look. The EMAs are pinching. We're failing to move lower. We had a CBC flip, weak CBC flip back short, and now we're flipping back long. So very concerning here for some sell-off into the open. What is this, dude? Why is there a random picture of this? What is this? Who this? All right, we're horsing around now. Yeah, VIX versus 17, and we are popping over 17. Let's see what we're going to go with. Let's get into a clear drawing set here. We'll start with the 30-minute chart. That's an old gap. It's a big area to watch at 18.64. Big gap above. Seventeen. From a daily perspective, this does look good on the rejection, but doesn't mean that we can't like pop up and retest, or pop up and fill this gap and then still move lower like in the coming days. I believe all the tariffs, whatever the tariff pause ends tonight at midnight, right? All right. And then last but not least, 8 minutes left. We're going to look at ES. Okay. This gap is filled. And we're going to add the, oops, 48. Whoa, 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 whoa. So that was the target hit. And then how much further did it go? Did it do 2.5? It did. Okay. Watch that. And oh man, that's a big area here. 62.48. There's another gap that's originates right there as well. It hasn't been filled. Double confluence. Okay, there's your all-time highs. And where's yesterday's close is here. Go to the gap set. 12:30. Yesterday's open. Flat. But anyway. Levels to mark. Side of yesterday's day. We have an obvious like downward channel. See? Redraw channel. Right, if I put this here. Oh my god, dude. That shit is perfect. That shit was perfect. There was a lot of confluence to go long back there, I guess. Damn. Gonna draw another line. Plus wick under 6250 whole number. Right. Hmm. This ES was a lot stronger all of last week. Like it consolidated, chop, chop, pushed. NQ was different. Right. Okay. NQ moved down a whole lot more. ES didn't. The double bottom here. ES held a higher low. That's one of them SMT type deals. All right. All right. I'll be back in just a moment. All right, I'm back. Here we go. We're coming down. I'm gonna put the. So I'm gonna watch the. I'm gonna leave this up, and I'm gonna be watching the. Oops. I do need to adjust my VIX alerts. I will be watching the other, like the top 10 names on my other monitor. But this doesn't look like I'm going to want to jump into anything here close to the open. I'm going to wait it out. All I'm going to do as soon as the bell rings is just start adjusting for some gaps and just trying to run through the charts real quick. The first like minute or so. So good luck everyone. Let's take our time and be safe. Right. Apple, there's no gap. AMD, significant gap up. First, it wicked into that resistance there, that resistance gap that's unfilled, and then it's pushing down. Amazon, there's no gap now, bouncing off MTF. Watch it to hold 223. AVGO, sizable gap up. Oof, already dropping through it. Already through the golden zone. 10 minutes 200 now. Just that. Google gapped up. No, I'm not. You guys can't hear me? Shit. All right. All right. How about now? Okay. Weird. 5 by 5. Yep, Google gapping up, pulling back. Netflix small gap up, almost filled. We'll leave it be. Microsoft basically flat, pushing down. Oh, this is not good. All right, Meta did gap up. Let's see if it's going to hold the golden zone of that gap or not. Nah, it's already. I mean, it's Oracle breaking out. Let's see. Let's see. It might wick down below. It wicked down to pre. All right, Meta wicked down to pre-market low. Let's keep an eye on that one. Yeah, I'm gonna. All right. There we go. Yep. There we go, Meta. Okay. Okay, look at XLF, right? That's a financial sector, so looking heavy. That's going to put pressure on ES and SPY. NQ is at the 50% of the gap up. ES has filled its gap. No gap up now. I'm just going to leave the levels on for the remainder of the day so we can see where they are, but no gap up now on ES. Let's see if NQ is going to hold the strength or if it's going to fall. Tight risk there on the meta calls. Yeah, there we go. So all right, we gotta. It's tricky. This is a lot of bearish names out here. $930 open gap. Yeah. Again? What the f? All right, how about now? My back? Oh, what the hell? Yeah, sorry guys. Let me just tag me again if you know if it keeps giving this bullshit. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry. I didn't touch my mic either. Like when I got up a few minutes ago, I did put my mic on mute, so I thought maybe that could have triggered it, but I took it off mute when I sat back down, and I could see my mic was like my Discord icon was lighting up green. So, all right, Amazon, we got Meta. Let's look at Bull. All right, Bull's trying to hold this 12.5s area, so wait and see. UNH heavy. Let's see that one. No, it's really not. All right, we'll watch it. VIX is popping here. Told you guys, VIX versus 17. All right, VIX versus 17. Hmm. Yeah, we got a gap up and crap here. Of course, and you got one name that ripped off the open. Anybody care to guess which one name out of the 10 we charted ripped off the open? Tesla. Does whatever the hell she wants. What a hoe. That's it, Wex. What a hoe. She don't care. Let's see if we're going to hold the 22,900s. I am watching Meta. Here we go. Okay. All right. We broke under this pivot here. ES. That was a scale trigger here. It's 73.5. 73 3/4. Yeah, for real. All right. This, all right. Bull a little pop here. VIX showing some signs of slowing down. Again, if VIX holding over that 10-minute 20 and these EMAs really start to curl up, we're going to have a problem for the longs. But that's okay. We know how to play short too, right? Damn, Apple. Google filled the gap. Oh man, now Tesla's coming back. Now Tesla's coming back and the rest of the market's trying to lift. Yep. Yep. Nicely, man. Very good look. Very good look. Right off the top of that small tight body bearish candle, right off the top of it at 893. Not the full bill. We did not get the full bill breaker there. All right, Microsoft gap down slightly, pushed up, rejected off of it. I'm up slightly on these meta calls. I'd like to get a little more, especially if this thing's going to turn green. The candle's going to turn green. Watch NVIDIA here. Buyer's trying to hold 159. Oof. Oof. I'm content with waiting, guys. Yep, there we go. We're going to get the gap fill and then Q now. Here we go. Give it up, baby. Give it up. Okay. Yo. Bounce right off 88, 89. Okay. Same thing though. It's like where Axe put that screenshot, like right over that candle's open here. What's this? This is what, 10 p.m. 10:10. Nice little zone here. Nice little zone. All right. But also too, oh, that's nice too. It's right off that algo high at the end of the day. Oh man, that's what's up. High volume areas. Let me just see something too. Oh, 6302, 60. Right. Right. Get that marked out. All right, now we're at the golden zone here on SPY. VWAP projection there. Ooh. Look at VIX just fill that gap here. All right, Meta just filled the gap there, so pretty much at the risk. It's a super small position, so we close under the gap and I'll just cut it. There we go. See, that was it. Good, 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 good. Perfect, Meta. Perfect. Nice. No, not today. I checked earlier. I even checked yesterday too, actually. I don't see that we're going to have any news. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, because it's back above. News. Tomorrow we have FOMC minutes, but nothing for us here. Economic calendar. Tomorrow's FOMC minutes. Also, tomorrow the 10-year note auction at 1. It could be important. But If you, yeah, that was 9:15. Consumer inflation expectations at 11. Never seen this one be important. 3-year note auction at 1. Probably nothing. Watch it be something huge. Here we go. Here we go. VIX versus 17 here, guys. Let's see if we're going to break down under the pre-market low. Right? Watch your shorts. Yep. Pull back over 13. Shut it, dude. There we go. Am I... Hold up. Okay, I'm not. I'm not sharing. It doesn't look like I'm sharing system audio. You guys aren't hearing my alerts go off like when they keep going off, right? Because that shit's keep ringing. And I don't want people to... Okay, I don't want you guys to just get like bombarded with a bunch of like TOS alerts that mean something to me and maybe don't mean something to you. And then you're like, is that me? You know? I don't want to mess. I don't want to mess you guys up. That's the last thing I want to do is mess anybody up. Nice, dude. Really good.
Order submitted.
All right, there's VIX dropping under 17. Watch the shorts. Look at the ES, new high day. Right? Yep, new high day. Is Tesla pushing? Oh, sorry. My daughter's just getting home. My other daughter's getting home. Dogs are going crazy. Let me go on mute for a second. All right, sorry about that, guys. Can you hear me now? Everybody can hear me? I'll make sure. Holy shit. Axe got the white charts. All right, thanks, Andy. Yep. All right, NQ, I see we're holding the 22,900 right after the failed full bill breaker range. So, meta breaking down. Looks like we're gonna reject now. Let's see. Yep. All right, we're gonna cut that meta. Oh yeah. Oh, got that one wrong. Should have watched it a little more closely. I was watching it more on the 10-minute, and this shit's just knifing now. See if NQ, I mean, NQ is just rejecting under VWAP right now, rejecting like the 9, between the 9 and the 20, right? Yeah, what's up, Professor? Gary, how you doing, bro? Hope you're doing well. Been a minute. Big still dropping. We're back in the range, though. I mean, this is tough on ES, man. Tough.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Yeah, there we go. Now flushing from VWAP. A little bit. Nice. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I am 0 for 1 on a little NQ scalp there. Minus 5 points. I can live with that. Minus 5 points at 1 con. Oh, and minus $100. Here we go. Bro. Fucking A, dude. That's wild. Yeah, I hope so too. We failed to break down there. It's Orblo's holding. Hopefully get some 10 a.m. trend, trend confirmation, right? Like if we look at the 2-minute chart, I haven't seen a 2-minute candle by candle flip, right? Since in pre-market. So see if we get a 2-minute flip. Tesla trying to hold there at 297, 298. Yeah, SPY did. Yes. Yes. So did he. Yes. Yes. What I like about the gap fill specifically on ES, right, is we filled the gap, came up back through it, right, went back to the open, and then came back down and based on like the golden zone VWAP area, and now we're pushing back up. So if we can push, this will turn into quite the bullish day. But we could also end up with freaking bullish chop. So yeah. Yeah, well, like that. It'd be like that sometimes, you know? Dang. We just wicked over the prior candle and then rejecting it on NQ. We got 5 minutes to the orb is set. Dude, oh yeah. Apple bearish. Coming back down. MTF bounce on Microsoft. So Microsoft is still just shopping inside of yesterday still. Bro. We ain't talking about this. I guess it's like that sometimes. I get a little wicked out. It's like that sometimes. Son of a bitch. I'll have to look at the Roku chart because I don't know. Roku. Oh yeah. Roku, but the difference being though is Roku's still not at all-time highs. Microsoft is at all-time highs. So, you know, Microsoft wants to start get going, dude. I mean, this thing could go 500, 525, 550 and a pretty good flash. Like who's be selling up here, right? Everybody's in profits. All-time highs. Yeah. I know, man. Just barely. The heavy four. When did we start calling them the heavy four? Yeah, I don't think BA either. The heavy four. It's just choppy, choppy. Still no CBC flip on the 2. And there we go. Coming right back down. You know, the thing too, that we're trying to like play with the, obviously watching the market overall and sector analysis, it was a little premature for me to try the meta calls. But it's okay. A couple $100 and we're fine. The entry was good, which helped. Plus, those options contracts are holding up quite well. So I think that there's probably really is some serious interest to go long there. People are buying them up. We'll see what happens. VIX is just dropping. VIX is just dropping here. VIX is dropping. Yes, it's pulling back. Yeah. Nice short. Go. Shove down there on NQ. Right. Yep. I would think though that the ES futures would respond a little bit better to that, but to the Bank of America raising the end of year SPX target, but what did they raise it to? There, there it is. There's the drop. Okay, NQ gap filled. Okay, gaps are filled. Gaps are meant to be filled. There's the pop up.
Order submitted.
We just gotta wait here. Microsoft's trying to hold the pre-market low, that MTF cloud. Netflix is at previous day low though. Apple's under, where is it? Under previous day low.
Order canceled.
Yeah.
Order filled. Order filled.
Stupid. Stupid copier. Google flushing. Yeah. Watch VIX pushing here, reclaiming pre-market low, bouncing off the 61 fib of that gap. Perfect. Watch this to continue flushing. Let's see. It's VIX versus 17, right? Yes, as long as you know how to draw zones. Sometimes people struggle with that. You know, you do the 30-minute, hourly, 10-minute, blah, blah, blah. There we go. Look at. Yes, couldn't hold over the gap. Couldn't hold over the opening print. Went back up 10-minute 200 rejection. Weak CBC flip. No follow through. Big upper wick too, right? So you get the CBC flip, but you've already broken pivot. You've already made a new high of day. More likely to fail, right? This is choppy, guys. Just wait, wait and find your edge. Don't see your edge and take your trades. Don't just jump in whatever you see something moving or see somebody else making money. It don't matter. Wait for your pitch. There we go. Mm-hmm. Yep, and yep. Yep. Opening range is set. Me mm, I'm trying to fix this. Where are my levels? Previous day's high. Previous day's close. Hmm. There you go, drilling more. Look at the VIX. All day. Hmm. There we go. Your low day and Q. Make sure you guys are scaling if you're sure. Yeah, same, Charles. I mean, there was a small one to like the 512 cloud there on the 2 minute. Like barely tapped the 2 minute 9. It was so fast. This is what frequently happens to me while I stream. Yeah, I know. Missed it. Amazon pushing down. Everything just bearish. Bearish, bearish. Oof. Dude, we're drilling. Now Apple bounce. Netflix bounce. Nvidia trying to bounce. Nvidia's trying to hold that 159. Yep. Right, Wix. Are we there we go. Bases loaded indicator right there.
Or order submitted.
Look at this. Nvidia trying to push up. Google still drilling a little more. Apple's trying to curl bullish, and so is Nvidia. Netflix wicked under previous day low and bounced up $5. Let's see. Microsoft flushed under pre-market low and is back at it. Hmm. Wait, Apple, Apple giving that back fast. But Nvidia's still pushing. Trying to hold. They broke that bill breaker range, and it looks like they're trying to hold it. And but it's a weak little pop here. I don't want to get short and be on like the wrong side of the V or A frame in this case. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Charlotte. Is like
Order canceled.
I don't like it, man. Yeah, it is decreasing volume on the pullback. I don't like that. I mean, I like this. I feel like I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Never mind me. I'm an idiot. Fucking let me. That's what I'm worried about, Annie. Up, kinda. Yeah. Yep. Reclaim more blow. Reclaiming the close. Yeah. The place to be long was under 70. If that's what you wanted to do. ES put in the measured move of the gap. All right, Amazon off this golden zone right now. 228, 220.8, 220.8. Look at the AMD. Okay. Yeah, AMD moving. AMD moving. Held that golden zone of the gap up. A lot of chop here. A lot of chop. You know, there's nothing wrong with waiting. Netflix hit a new low of day. Meta bear flag. Ooh, look, dude. AMD popping. AMD popping. Only one though. Okay. Okay. I There's just something about this short that just does not feel right to me. Like it, I'm worried about being on the left side of that A frame to come back down, and it just keeps inching up and inching up and inching up. Wait, wait the 3 minutes to see if we change. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna be patient. I'm just gonna be patient. Fuck it. What we got to lose? It's like batting practice, you know. Um, you don't take any penalties, whatever, for just passing on pitches, right? Okay, there we go. A little rejection off the 2 minute. I go to put the order in, and it drops 5 points. Uh-oh. Yeah. Right back on the close at 4 p.m. Yeah, I don't want this. I don't want anything to do with this right now. We're all waiting for, probably waiting. Probably waiting for FOMC minutes so we can see which one of these clowns thinks that we should cut rates and which one of the clowns doesn't think we should cut rates. Okay, the NVIDIA rejection. Then AMD is still trying to push. Netflix wicked under low of day, reclaiming. Nothing looking strong though. Microsoft looking weaker at 496. There we go. Oh, here it is. Psyching me out. Mm. think that's what did it, man. Was that candle moved down and it popped back up and turned green? It threw me off. Yeah.
Order submitted.
With a double doji there under the orb. Now it's gonna pop. Because Microsoft dropping some more. That'll pull us. That'll pull us. Gonna pull it. That's pulling it. There we go. Good, bro. How are you? There we go. Make sure you got your scales ready if we hit that low a day, guys. Tight range down here, this bear flag. Right back up. Even this 2-minute candle's choppy, right? Like there's these, you just watch these 2-minute candles, they go like red, green, you know, up, down, up, down. Five-minute doji, doji, doji. Hmm. Netflix dropping, Apple popping, Microsoft turning around. Just back and forth. Nvidia, nice rejection there over 159s. Looks like we're primed for a bear flag breakdown here. This area fails, we got room down here, right, to hit this measure move. It should be right at 831. Alright. See, another chance.
Order canceled.
Alright, there's the fill. There we go. Scaled at low of day. Dude, this shit is whack though. I see the markets moving lower. Apple's trying to now turn push up. It's like they're all just like going different ways at different times. There you go, bro. There you go. But we just follow the system, just trade the price action, right? Trade the system. Hmm. There it is. Let's go to 31. Bouncing back. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you look at the right here, guys. We have the first 30-minute session. The opening range session was right here. The opening range on yesterday's session was right here. Right to that demand. Good volume coming in too. So I'm not gonna go long at 67 right after we've already popped, 20 points off the lows, but I'm certainly not about to re-hit the shorts immediately. I don't like this 10-minute candle coming back all the way up into these wicks. So we gotta scale and take our profits and then wait for the next pitch. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, even just when the volatility was a lot higher. All right. We go. Initial balance is now set. So I got my initial balance low marked here. Let me go back to, I'm looking at these the top 10s and see what's moving. Meta's still sitting in that bear flag. Honestly, bull looks like decent here. Coming off this flag here. Let's see if they're going to push that. Dude, AMD, new high days. Gap filled over 138. Gap is filled. Gap that discussed from this morning. Pretty sure if we go watch the playback, AMD is gapping up. We'll see one of two things happen, right? And one of them was it coming down to the golden zone of the gap up and then pushing up to the gap fill, which it did, and then coming back down some more and then surging to a new high of day, which it did. So, repeatable. Kind of, sort of, maybe. Don't listen to me. I don't know. Oh, yes. Sorry. I will, thank you. I was looking at my other monitor. I've been looking at the top 10 on the other monitor, but let me put this on for you. Remember I said arrow, 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 boom. There we go. There she goes. So 138.77 is a great place to scale. Holy shit, look at Tesla breaking over 300 again. This bitch. Damn, she wild. She a wild woman. She a bucking bronco. Breaks breaking down. Yes, right, it does. So anyways, there we go. What I'm going to do, I already know. Look at this, dude. Oh man. Here we go. Here we go. VIX breaking down. Opening print rejection. Get the VIX breakdown. I'm going to move my alert. I want to be alerted if we reclaim the opening print on VIX. So 1710. Come on, bitch. 1709 will do. I really want it to be at 1710. There we go. Yep. Yep. Holy shit, dude. Yo, they played everybody there. They played everybody because on that shit, on the 2-minute, man, they were looking like shit was looking super questionable. They had this closed right on the orb, right? Make people think, oh, the orb is getting reclaimed. Look, oh, see, they went down. Tight, boom, flush. Dude, my dumb ass said, I don't want to go long at 67. It's 40 points later. We over VWAP now. I'm like Kramer now. I am like my own Kramer. I think I should go long. I should just go short. I think I should go short. I should just go long. I think I shouldn't go long. I should go long. Be my own fucking Kramer. Ugh. Look at AMD ripping. Ripping. Hope somebody caught that. The meta bear flag is not breaking down. Microsoft reclaiming the, and dude, what's driving this, man? Just people buying, huh? Google still looks weak. Tesla is the strongest name along with AMD. Look at the 30-minute chart. Oh yeah. Same thing, same look. Good. It's Tesla. $10.34. Let me write this note. Post-it note. Yeah, my post-it note. Yeah. These freaking kids, dude, be stealing my shit. Oh yeah. There we go. Okay. If anybody's in Tesla, watch 30780. Watch. I'm sorry. Watch 30380. 30380 Tesla watch. 0.8. Watch this. This is cooking. All right. Boom. All about VIX versus 17, right? Nothing strong holding over 17. We haven't had a strong hold under 17 either, so let's see what we get here if we can hold below this or below. But this is a hell of a CBC flip. Yeah, I know. Nice job. Nice job, Duff. Good job. I miss trading Top Step for sure. I like that the news guy just came on the Squawker. Tesla up nearly 3% on the day, trading near highs. Buddy, thanks. Thanks for that breaking news update. We didn't know. Where would we be without you, news guy? What the All right. I'm gonna re-hit meta if this thing reclaims this. I'm gonna go back for a revenge, maybe. But also, what's that? 1040. Hold on. Let me check my phone here. 10 text messages. Jeez, I'm a girl. Okay. Oh, they're all TD alerts. Yo, it's Maple's birthday. It's Maple's birthday. Make sure y'all chime in and wish him happy birthday. Look at this sucker go. Damn. We're just gonna move this alert down. I don't need to be. I know, dude. I know. I know. Yeah. Tesla has that effect on me too. Hey, yo. Look at Apple go. Look at Apple go. Look at this. Apple's over the opening print, reclaiming the previous day's close as well. Dude, I said that level on AMD. We almost hit it to the tick. 138.77. So why are we looking at the? Okay, we're gonna have big sellers on Tesla at 305. 303.80 to watch. Yeah, we should get through 303.80 and then maybe get to that 305 where there's a bigger seller. We got about 67,000 shares or so sitting at 305. Anybody who's long on Tesla? Anybody long on Tesla, or am I talking to myself? Fine. I'm talking to myself. Hello, Joe. Well, I mean, this is fantastic, Ripper. We get a little bit of consolidation up here. Would be nice to consolidate and hold over the opening print or around the opening print, but ooh, that's all right. That's all right. Jaybird. I should have known to take some Tesla because frankly, everything else on the market was ridiculous. And we wicked under the gap fill area, like like basically we wicked under yesterday's high and then like pretty much instantly reclaimed it and we're holding it. And then did a nice breaking base on the opening print. Like, let's check this out. Dude, so right, first thing we did, right, in pre-market, identifying the unfilled portion of this gap, right? So then Tesla is gapping up. Tesla does gap up, which we got a mark. So Tesla gaps up, right? Doesn't even come to the golden zone, right? Just comes down, comes back up, right? It just wicks under previous day high. You basically get like, you know, some people would draw the zone like, oh, here's previous day high supply. I'll change this to like a gray. Look at it. There we go. There's There we go. They break that 303.8. All right. So then, you know, we bounce off that zone, right? What do? Right? We push up. We reclaim the opening print. Then we're pushing up and we're holding the EMAs. We're over VWAP, etc., etc. 10-minute 200 reclaim. And then boom, pushes. So, I mean, this 10-minute candle was $4.50. So somebody's getting squeezed out. Somebody big. All right, with these multiple wicks here and here. So, yeah, we got to watch this. Oh, it's perfect. That is exactly 305. Watch. Resistance. Okay. Boom. Water check. Yo, we're over an hour in. How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? 1 if you're green, 2 if you're red, 0 no trades to break even. I am overall 1, but 1 futures, 2 options. The only thing I caught being that, or the only good move I caught, 1 small loss, 1 good win on the NQ short under the back through under the orb. So, yeah, look at this, right? So now 306, if we get through 305, seller and resistance, 306.08 here. This is a big area right in the middle. But this is a good move. I don't want to chase it, right? The IV on these cons is going to be super juiced up now. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. So, go back to NQ, baby girl. Ooh, 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 ooh. Watch this here. Ooh. 17. Yeah.
Order submit. Order filled. Order canceled.
Man, I just freaking missed that. Let me see if I'm going to get another chance at it. Right here. This is what I'm looking at. Oh, here. I'll just... You guys should be able to see the Ninja Trader chart. So, right, 10-minute 20 bounce reclaim. This right here. See where we're sitting over this pivot. Wicked under here. Push back up. 2-minute 9s right there. If we're gonna get it. Whoa. 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 Hey, yo. Trump comments. Hold on. Tariffs will be start being paid on August 1st in regards to letters that were sent to other countries. So there has been no change. There will be no change. I'm taking it. Oh,
Order submitted.
I don't know what that was. Come on. Waited for it to. So like we came down, we wicked back up, we came back down again, less, wicked back up. Thought it wants to turn green. So I'm taking it. For real. Dude, look at that VIX candle. Damn. There we go. This is gonna. Let's pull back. Let's test a little chop there. Hmm. Oh, shit is moving too slow. And we're gonna get stopped. Oh, that's it. So Amazon's gonna pull it down. Commentary circulating about Amazon Prime Day orders are down. So yeah, we'll take the L. Fine. Amazon Prime spending down 40%. What they're reporting. Yeah, Bill there on Amazon on 220.
Order filled. Order filled.
Yep. Hmm. Right. I know, dude. I know. Nah, that's good, man. That's good. At least you followed your rules, bro. I don't like this. I mean, we're right back under the EMAs now. And Vix reclaimed the orb low. This shit is choppy as all hell. Look at that, dude. There's Apple breaking out, new high of day. Move this one down here. Just a is Apple still moving? Yo, what the fuck? Oh, damn. It didn't close me out of one contract on TPT. Jeez. Oh, oof. Walmart down. Walmart
Order
knifing
filled.
too on the Amazon news. What about Costco? Let's see that. Any impact there? Yeah, moving down. Target, nothing really. Apple broke new high days, broke pre-market high, rejecting. Not good. All right. Not good. Oh, shit. There we go. Broke the initial balance low. Best thing I did there is honoring that stop, right? So, two bad pieces of news, right, with the Trump tariffs and then the Amazon reporting um Amazon reporting that Prime Day sales are down 40% year over year so far. So far. If I had not taken the L when we like closed back under the EMAs and then pulled back up, like I thought this was prime for the short because we couldn't hold over the opening print and we were rejecting the orb high area. But I don't like to just like go one to the other, and I also don't like to go trade to trade. It's usually not a good thing for me. All right. Oof, they have both failed. Yeah. Funny, I was just talking about, hey, get ready for the short. Right back to the same area under the pre-market, or the bounce low. Oh, 14% is saying, not 4D. 14. 14. Still very bad. Um, wait. We're going to wait. just gonna push up. I'm just gonna move this up here. Fix is moving up. Yeah. Tesla watch 303.80, rejects at 304.04. Now falling over $3. Damn, Microsoft flushing. Right back up now. Hmm. Well, this is definitely a mess. Hmm. Serious V-shaped correction here coming off this low. Right. Right. Yeah, Depp said it best, guys, right? So sometimes the price action is not worth trading if you don't see your setup. So don't trade it. Nvidia is a long versus like high 158. 158 and 3/4. They just keep eating it up right there. Tesla, that was a nice pullback to like 301. Let's see if it's going to hold and break new highs or not. Apple is still pushing. AMD, tough when the market looks heavy, but that was a beautiful break in base. I'm going to just pull this up here so you guys can see exactly what I'm looking at, right? So Apple, we got making new highs. AMD, look at this beautiful break in base here on pre-market high. Right? It's a nice setup. AVGO, right off of yesterday's lows. Nice setup. Build the gap, right? Uh, right, Microsoft broke the lows. Setup, so it's outside of yesterday. Alert went off. Yeah, yep, it was on. Yep, the 5 p.m. close. Back to dying. AMD's pushing over 139. Look at Apple over 211. Amazon bouncing up $2 off the lows. Can't chase those shorts. NQV WAP. You're just doing computer stuff. Hey, man. Fix this dropping. Hey, this shit is shot. Hard to wait for something that looks really good. It's still choppy bearish while we're under these EMAs. Just wait it out.
Order submitted.
Rejection off VWAP there a little bit. 10-minute 20 above. 2-minute makes a doji. We got the gas.
Order filled. Order cancelled. Order filled. Order filled. Order submitted. Order canceled.
Three hallmarks of a trading range. I like it. Confusion, disappointment, and possible account blowers. Yep.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Hmm. This is pop. I'm just watching. I mean, the VIX looks like it's trying to turn lower. Think he's at a terrible spot there in the middle, but looking bullish.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
Nice, man. Good job, Wex.
Order submitted. Order canceled. Order submitted.
I'm just watching to see, like, I don't know if VIX is going to break down there some more or not. And yes, this is just like such terrible chop. Like, I'm just waiting, you know, like, don't know, too indecisive. Apple, Tesla, AMD strong. Let me see something here. Yeah, we're just barely over the golden zone from that high of day to like that recent high to the low of day push. Trying to hold VWAP though. Thank you. Just dojiing out, chopping right there. Amazon, perfect rejection off of that golden zone fill. Nice job. Nice job, T-Dog. Anytime, bro. Sorry it wasn't any better. Looks like potential for the short off the 10-minute 20 again.
Order canceled.
Bring your cabinet to work day. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. Mm. What it looks like. Yep. 10-minute 20 rejection. Couldn't break over that prior candle's high. But I was thinking the whole time when we were up there, I was thinking, oh, it's so long off of VWAP, and I need to just fucking delete VWAP off my charts, man, because the amount of times that I get psyched out or think something different because of like where VWAP is. Stupid. Stupid the number of times I've messed up because of that. That's just me. Very choppy.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted. Order filled.
All right, I scalped it short. I don't know if this is falling or not. So stop on the break even side or the green side. Yeah, look at Apple coming back down now. AMD coming back down now. Tesla's the only one holding up. Meta looks like it's about to break new lows. Microsoft is breaking lows. Of course, Netflix bounces. You get something bouncing, but we'll see. Here we go, getting some shoves down now. We're finally gonna get something here. Oh. Market's like, shut up, Joe. Shut up, Joe. I don't know how else to explain it, like, and I'm not gonna have it like too well on video because I'm recording just this screen here, but like on on well, like on the 10-minute chart or the 2-minute chart, just let me show you. Let me try to figure this out how to show you guys the best. Okay. Like on this 2-minute chart, like when this candle was printing and I was watching it, like that's why I was quiet because I was just watching like so intently trying to figure out. It's a lot like watching the tape or whatever, but like when we pushed up here and then we rejected, like when this was such a fast turn down and then it was just like slow, slow, slow. Like it was just like they kept looking for buyers and there was nobody, nobody, nobody. But like this initial quick pop rejection off of like the same level here is what had me thinking it's a short. And I didn't jump in on that, was the problem. I need to get better at that. Okay. 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 Moving down. Moving down heavy now. Yeah, so no candle close over the 10-minute 20. Watch an ES push up, come back down once it flipped back short. When was that? Like in terms of the exact minute? Oh shit, shit. Bouncing right off the freaking lows. And fucking perfect. Same exact time on NQ I was just talking about. That's what I missed there, is just watching both of them and seeing, but it looks like they're selling that pullback. Let's see if they're going to come down and break this candle's low. I'll put my stop on NQ at the high of this current candle. So that way the market can come and take me out and then it'll continue lower. That's how this shit works. Saying he's my bebop the right shade of purple. It must not be, bro. It fucking must not be. Yeah, ready? Ready? No, not yet, huh? Didn't stop me out yet. Watching this 2-minute. Still looks good for the short. Like for short continuation. But 5-minute chart. Yep, 5-minute chart broke down nicely. Pulling back there into the body. That was good. Like this here. 5-minute chart. Squeeze top. Sell here. There we go. If you short, scale it. If you got that pullback, scale it. We just broke that pivot low, just like that low we just made. Just broke this low, and they're buying it back up again. What a shitty range, guys. Damn. I'm gonna take this one.
Order cancelled.
Oh, well. This is shit. Hmm. Dude, it's just, I feel like it's just going to continue to be choppy, guys. Small loss on meta calls. I took a few scalps on futures that I didn't call out, and one was green, one was red, one was green, one was red. Nothing too crazy. Oh, Jesus Christ, really? If MBLY, Mobileye, is one of your top tickers, you know it's a shit day. That's classic, dude. That is gold. Oh my god, yeah, because what's it up? What's it up? About 5% or something? 4%? Shit. Oh my god. Let's run through some other names. What bull crap. Pony. What's about QBTS? Ah, bro. Oh damn. Oh man, right at that. Wow. Right into that trend line, huh? If I did that right. Then to the right. Yeah, very close. 17.5. But you know, the MTF cloud. This one's still alright. But wish I had time to make trading my side hustle, but the new job is too demanding for now. Learn to swing overnight. And it's there's Apple. Yeah, Apple, nothing really special. Um I mean AMD's bouncing off the orb high again. 10-minute 20. Reading some notes. Maybe Joe coming back down. Yep, out here. Nvidia is just like coiling tight here. It's gonna go one way or the other. Meta's just crap. Big bounce here off the MTF. That's the daily EMA on Netflix. I think that's a daily 21. Yep. Daily 21 EMA bounce on Netflix. Oh. You know what? That. Let's put a note here. Daily 20 EMA bounce. Push. Let's see what happens there. You're welcome, Scooby Dooby. Scooby Dooby. I call my dog Scooby Doo. Kind of looks Scooby Doo-ish. All right. Take the profile quick if you want to see my Scooby. Oh damn! Oh damn! Nice, bro. Nice. Cool looking dog with the like the print. Let me see. Let me get a good picture of my dog. I'm gonna send you a picture of my dog real quick. Yes, it's on a Friday. Yes, my God, yes. Oh, my wife sent me. Let's see. Full M pets. Here we go. Samson George. Let's see. Here we go. I love this one. Stax chat. Just took a fat L. Oh man. That's that's Samson George right there. I don't know why my wife gave him that weird middle name, but that's Samson George. And then we got, he called this dog Milo Albert. There's a good picture of Milo Albert. Damn. I don't have a good picture of this dog. How do we not have a better picture of this dog? It's just like looking away or doing something stupid. This one's alright. He's real shaggy in this one. And Samson looks like he could be potentially a little slow, but he's not. There we go. Milo Albert and Samson George, left and right. Okay, Meta popping off the low there. Tesla is still holding up, so that's good, right? Still flagging there. Big flag. And we gotta watch. Really gotta watch. And we look at this. Look at this NQ recovery. And so what's that move? 60 points. This range is just tightening, like the ATR. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a good looking dog. I like that dog. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome. Yeah. But anyways, I know a lot of you guys are already dropping off. I mean, it's kind of a crappy one. I'm sorry it's a crappy one. Hopefully Maple's enjoying his birthday. He took a good day to be out. That's funny for a while there. Whenever he took a day to be out, there would be like crazy trend, you know. But yeah, it's just crap. You know, it's just crap. Right back in the range. Right, can't close below the low. This is the initial balance low right here. And but VIX is breaking down some more. I don't know what we're gonna do. Initial balance lows are getting eaten up. Statistically speaking, by this point in the day, the high of the day is now set, or the low of the day. But I don't know. See what happens. So I'm gonna sign off. I appreciate you all. Sorry, this wasn't a good day. But I will post the stream too, so it'll get posted on my YouTube. I'll share the link. Nice, dude. Look at Rex. Look at Rex. Let's get these guys on the camera for you. Damn, look at Rex. He looks like a Rex, dude. That dog looks like a Rex. Scooby Dooby. Got Milo Alberts. Living his best life out there. Ball. Yeah. 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 Good to be back on stream. Hope you all did well. Small red day is a small red day, so I'm not complaining. Maybe I'll see something set up later. Now I'm gonna grab some food. Have a good one, everybody. Stay safe. See you next time.